A federal appeals court sided with the Trump administration and halted, for now, a lower court's order that had kept in place temporary protections for 60,000 migrants. This means that the Trump administration can move toward removing an estimated 7,000 people from Nepal, whose temporary protected status designations expired August. The TPS designations and legal status of 51,000 Hondurans and 3,000 Nicaraguans are set to expire September 8, at which point they will become eligible for removal. U.S. District Judge Trina Thompson had temporarily blocked the administration from canceling the protections in a sharply worded ruling in July. The district court's order granting plaintiffs' motion to postpone, enter July 31, 2025, is stayed pending further order of this court, wrote the judges. The three judges who signed the order did not provide legal reasoning. Temporary protected status is a designation that can be granted by the Homeland Security Secretary, preventing migrants from being deported and allowing them to work. The Trump administration has aggressively sought to remove the protection, thus making more people eligible for removal. It's part of a wider effort by the administration to carry out mass deportations of immigrants. Secretary Kristi Noem can extend temporary protected status to immigrants in the U.S. if conditions in their homelands are deemed unsafe for return due to a natural disaster, political instability, or other dangerous conditions. The Trump administration has already terminated TPS designations for about 350,000 Venezuelans, 500,000 Haitians, more than 160,000 Ukrainians, and thousands of people from Afghanistan and Cameroon. Some have pending lawsuits in federal courts. The Trump administration has aggressively expanded immigration enforcement across multiple fronts in 2025.
As you know, when he campaigned to get elected as President of the United States, he promised the American people that he would secure our border, that he would ensure that the invasion of the illegal criminals that were coming into our country under the Biden administration would be stopped, and that he would do all that he could to restore the safety to our American communities. And he has done exactly that. In fact, today we have the most secure U.S. border that we've ever had in the history of this nation. It's incredible the work that he has done along with the good folks out of CBP and ICE and law enforcement, federal agencies in partnership with states like Texas right here, and also with our local law enforcement that have stepped up and deployed individuals and resources to help us secure this border. Today we're going to be talking about the incredible work that these individuals have done in making sure that we're continuing to construct infrastructure. And when you look at what is behind us as far as the wall that is being built, you see obviously the structure, but also there will be more added to it as far as technology, cameras, sensors that will ensure that it will be secure far into the future, and that will be efficient as well with our resources and our individuals and our agents that are out here on duty day and night making sure that America is safe. Remember that a nation without borders is no nation at all. And we're so thankful that we have a president that understands that and understands that a secure border is important to our country's future. Now, if you look at the structure that's behind me, it's tall, which makes it very, very difficult to climb, almost impossible. It also goes deep into the ground, which would make it very difficult, if not impossible, to dig under. And today, we are also going to be painting it black. That is specifically at the request of the president, who understands that in the hot temperatures down here, when something is painted black, it gets even warmer, and it will make it even harder for people to climb. So we are going to be painting the entire southern border wall black to make sure that we encourage individuals to not come into our country illegally, to not break our federal laws, but that they will abide and come to our country the right way so that they can stay and have the opportunity to become United States citizens and pursue the American dream. Now, we got an incredible amount of resources allocated to us in the big, beautiful bill. And we're so thankful for that, because that's going to allow us to continue construction. The construction right now is at the pace of a little bit less than a half a mile a day. And the border wall will look very different based on the topography and the geography of where it is built. Here you see structure. We will have waterborne infrastructure that will be put in place as well, and then that technology will be installed. And we'll utilize that to make sure that we're doing due diligence in securing every single inch of our border. And it's not just our southern border that we are concerned with and putting resources into. It is every border from our maritime seas to also our northern border to make sure that the American citizens can have safety, but also that our laws are enforced. It's specifically going to be on structure that looks like this, that's made out of steel, and it is to protect the infrastructure from wear and tear and erosion that would occur. But also it is because the president specifically recognized that black gets hotter in this weather and in this heat and in this sun, and that when you touch something that's hot during these kinds of temperatures, it's very difficult to climb it, very difficult to cut it, to handle it. And he wants to make it as difficult as possible for individuals who are trying to break our laws. He means what he says, and he follows through on what he says he's going to do. And this was something he spoke to me about after the election that he wanted to do. And when he was sworn in, we immediately got to work on setting up the opportunity that when the structure is built, that it would be painted so it would be protected and that it would be hot.
I just want to thank the administration, the Secretary, and Chief Banks for, one, having the will to secure the border in between the ports of entry. We've long known that barriers are key into shaping the operational environment. We're going to continue to build these barriers. And, you know, it's a message, a clear message that says we are removing people from the smuggling cycle. We're not going to put them into that. And we're promoting economic prosperity on the north side. So this area north of us is in the plans as to build and put in shops and schools and houses, and this is going to help secure this area for the betterment of the El Paso community, and we're taking border security serious. I've been through 6 different administrations, and I can tell you I've never felt the support from our leadership than I feel today, and that's under the leadership of our Secretary. I'm proud to stand here with her, and I want to thank you for being out here to get our message to the community so that they know why border security is important to national security. In 2023, we had one day where there were 2,300 people apprehended by the U.S. Border Patrol. We are now apprehending, on a 7-day average, about 41 people a day. And you ask, who are those individuals? The majority of them are single adults. The majority are from Mexico, followed by Guatemala and Ecuador. And those individuals are not unlike the 3 years before this, where they were following our Border Patrol agents, tracking them down, and we were stuck preserving life, and we had to take them out and get them out of the area, and no Border Patrol agents were patrolling the border. Unlike that, they are running from us. They're trying to utilize tunnels. They're trying to move left and right of our deployments, and we're apprehending those individuals. Our gotaways are the lowest they've ever been, and we're working with the Department of Justice. We're putting criminal charges. Since 1929, 8 U.S.C. 1325 has been a crime in the United States. We're putting criminal charges on those individuals, applying consequences, and our partners in ICRO are removing those individuals from the United States. But they are individuals that are actively seeking to get in, the people we should have been focused on for the entirety of our Border Patrol careers, and we're not dealing with those asylum seekers and those individuals that commit a crime by entering illegally and still are in our process. So those are the individuals that we're seeing, man. 7-day average is 9. Compared to 400 about this time last year. So, and that's key, right? Messages mean, words and messages matter. It is not okay to enter the country illegally, and somebody's finally saying it. That's our leadership here in the U.S. government, and we're, as the Border Patrol here in El Paso sector, I can say on the behalf of the men and women of El Paso sector, who I am greatly appreciative of, that we are proud to enforce these laws, and the morale is better than it's ever been because we are doing our national security job, and we are keeping this area safe.